You can laugh at a man's job until it's the reason you end up screaming on the floor. She laughed when she saw me scrubbing toilets, said I smelled like bleach in poverty. She posted videos calling me Mr. Mop, got thousands of likes. But one day, she slipped on a floor I cleaned. And when she looked up, it was me standing over her, smiling, because sometimes karma doesn't knock. It mops. People think janitors are invisible, that if you wear a jumpsuit and push a cart, you must have failed at life. Maybe they're right, because at 17, I was cleaning my own high school to survive. My name's Arjun. My mom died when I was 10. My dad vanished one morning, left a note, half a pack of smokes, and a world of unpaid bills. I didn't have time to grieve. I had time to clean. So every morning before school, I'd mop the cafeteria. Every evening, I'd scrub the gym showers while the jocks laughed and sprayed water on me. No one ever said thank you, but I didn't expect one. Until her. Nisha Rao. Senior class president. Model. Influencer. Cheer captain. And the cruelest person I've ever met. The first time she saw me holding a mop, she didn't even blink. "Oh, you're the new janitor's son?" "No," I replied. "I'm the janitor." She stared at me for a second, then burst out laughing. From that day, she made it a game. She'd walk through muddy floors I just cleaned in stilettos, spill her iced coffee, by accident, near my bucket, tag me in her Insta stories as #bleachboy, and every time, I swallowed it. Because I had rent to pay. Because I needed this job. Because I didn't have power. Not yet. It got worse. One day, I was cleaning the auditorium stage. She stood behind me, phone camera rolling. "Say hi to TikTok, Mr. Mop." Before I could turn around, she dumped a box of glitter on me. Thousands of views. Hundreds of comments. "LMAOO, is that our janitor? Bro looks like a broke disco ball. How's that minimum wage tasting?" I didn't cry. I didn't flinch. But I'll never forget how that glitter felt. Like every speck was a reminder that I didn't belong. But I stayed quiet. I kept scrubbing. Because revenge takes time. Then came the night everything changed. Principal Mara offered me extra hours. Night shift. I took it. Needed the money. But on my first night, I saw something I wasn't supposed to. Nisha. Sneaking into the principal's office with 2 boys. They were taking photos of exam papers. Laughing. Bragging. "Don't worry," she giggled. "Mr. Mop's too scared to say anything." She was wrong. I wasn't scared. I was patient. That night, I didn't just watch. I recorded. The blurry footage on my old Nokia wasn't perfect, but it was enough. Enough to show her holding the stolen exam. Enough to catch her voice saying, "Who cares? I run this place." I could have gone to the principal. Straight to the school board. But no, that would have ended it too soon. I didn't want suspension. I wanted exposure. I wanted her to feel like I had. Ashamed. Alone. Invisible. So I waited. Plotted. Because true revenge? It doesn't scream. It whispers. By day, I was a janitor. By night, I became something else. A strategist. I studied her routine. Her habits. Her favorite lunch spot. By the east hallway. Her favorite insult. Broom boy. Her blind spots. I also watched who she hurt. Turns out, I wasn't the only one. A quiet girl named Sana, cyberbullied until she transferred schools. A disabled kid named Moise, tripped in front of the whole cafeteria. A new teacher, mocked for her accent during a staff meeting. Nisha didn't just bully. She infected. And that's when I knew. This wasn't just about revenge. It was about justice. So I started collecting stories. Screenshots. Voice memos. A digital folder I labeled Operation Karma. Then came senior week. The school turned into a circus, theme days, awards, prom proposals. And Nisha? Front and center. She strutted through the halls like royalty. Every step, a performance. Every smile, a lie. But cracks were forming. The chemistry teacher caught her whispering answers during a quiz. A friend unfollowed her after being humiliated on her story. Rumors began swirling. And I just kept mopping. Until the last day of senior week, the day of the senior slideshow. Every year, students submitted photos and videos to be played on the big screen in the auditorium. It was meant to be sweet, nostalgic, harmless. This year, it wasn't. The lights dimmed, the projector flickered on, and the senior class settled in for memories. Laughter echoed as childhood photos filled the screen. Us followed proposals and class trip videos. And then, a blurry phone video. The principal's office. A girl whispering, "Mr. Mop's too scared to say anything." Gasps. The next slide. Screenshots of bullying DMs. Cruel captions. Mocking TikToks. Then the final frame. You mocked the janitor. But the floor remembers. Silence. Dead. Heavy. Beautiful. Nisha stood frozen. Face pale. Mouth trembling. She tried to speak, but all that came out was a choking sob. And as the auditorium turned on her, whispers, stares, phones rising to record, she did what bullies never think they'll do. She ran. It was poetic. Karma doesn't knock. It slams. The day after the slideshow, Nisha tried to pretend nothing had happened. She still walked the halls. Still tried her fake laughs. Still acted like the queen. But the school wasn't the same. People moved out of her way. Her group chat left her on read. Teachers stopped smiling when she entered a room. And then, the moment. I was mopping the floor outside the science wing. One of the only places with real tile. She came storming around the corner, face red, yelling at someone on the phone. "I don't care what's on Reddit. Those videos are fake. He's just some janitor freak." She didn't notice the yellow caution, wet floor sign. Didn't notice the bucket beside her. Didn't notice me watching. Her heels slipped. Her arms flailed. And then, crash. Down she went. Books flying. Phone skidding across the floor. Her pride shattered louder than the impact. For a second, no one moved. Then someone laughed. Then another. And another. The hallway filled with the same sound she once used to hurt others. Mocking laughter. I didn't say a word. I just stood there, mop in hand, watching her try to pull herself together. She looked up at me, red-faced, tears brimming, hair clinging to her cheeks. "Help me up," she whispered. I bent down. For a second, she looked relieved. Then I picked up her phone, wiped it clean, set it on the bench, and walked away. I didn't need to say anything. Silence said enough. After that, she was done. Her scholarship was pulled after the cheating evidence reached the university. The slideshow footage went viral. Queen Bee Gets Stung hit 2.3 million views. Her friend group? Gone. Her Insta? Deleted. Her name? A warning. She tried to spin it. Tried the victim card. But screenshots don't lie. And receipts don't forget. As for me, people started seeing me. Not just as the janitor, but as Ali. The guy who helped when your locker jammed. Who listened when you cried in the hallway. Who cleaned up your messes. Both literally and otherwise. Graduation day. I stood in the back of the gym, mop in hand, watching caps fly and parents cheer. No spotlight. No awards. No speech. Just me, in my uniform. But this time, I wasn't invisible. A student passed me. The same one who used to laugh with Nisha. She paused. "Hey, I saw the video. I'm sorry. For everything." I nodded. She left. And that was enough. Because I realized something. Revenge doesn't have to scream. Sometimes, it just needs a floor. And the right person to clean it. It's funny what life becomes after high school. Most people forget. The prom queens fade. The test scores mean nothing. The followers vanish. But scars? Those stick. And so do stories. I wasn't a janitor anymore. After graduation, I used the night shifts to study. Community college. Then university. Turns out, when you've cleaned classrooms long enough, you pick up more than just trash. I majored in facility management and logistics. Built my own cleaning company. Started with 2 clients. Grew to 50. By 27, I wasn't mopping floors. I was hiring people to manage entire buildings, including one very familiar place. I walked into a newly contracted site, a high-rise downtown, medical offices, law firms, and a fashion and social media startup. Guess who was working reception? Nisha. Hair shorter. Smile forced. Eyes hollow. She didn't recognize me at first. Not until I signed the service contract under my name. Ali Imran, CEO. Her face flushed. I didn't smirk. Didn't gloat. Just nodded politely. Let me know if your floor needs cleaning, I said. We're very good with slippery situations. She opened her mouth to respond, then shut it. Some lessons don't need repeating. I never posted another slideshow. Never needed another gotcha moment. Real revenge? It's silent. It's clean. It's watching the people who once mocked you pretend you never existed. Because it hurts more than being hated. I hired students who reminded me of me. Quiet kids. Scrappy kids. Immigrant kids. Gave them chances. Encouraged them. Trusted them. One of them asked me once, "Why do you care so much?" I smiled. Because someone once looked at me like I was nothing. And I promised I'd never do the same. People forget. They forget the names. The jokes. The bruises. But not the floor. The floor remembers the steps people take. How they treat others on the way up. And who they step on to climb. I was the janitor. The background character. The nobody. Until the floor reminded her who really had the power. So when they ask what happened to Nisha, tell them she fell. Not just on a floor I cleaned, but off the pedestal she built on other people's pain. And me? I walked away. Head high. Shoes clean. Because the only thing more powerful than revenge is knowing you didn't need to destroy someone. They did it themselves. All I did was mop up the mess.